This is SPR Tungsten, and this is our flagship, first ever production model tungsten cobalt multi-tool. And I'm not good at making videos, so I'm going to show you what I think is important. Eventually we're going to hit these up for sale, and we'll have a website and probably Etsy and you know, different things, but this is a solid piece of tungsten cobalt, pure tungsten. And there's a little logo for SPR Tungsten, and there's a little test to make sure everything's lined up, and then there is our model number. This is the Aaron 1. We are going to go ahead and have a registry, so when you buy it, if you want, you can register this tool just to you, and then if you sell it or trade it, you can send us some kind of confirmation letting us know that you got rid of it and who's going to be the recipient, and then we can make them the new owner. So we're hoping to have every single one registered so you can prove this is yours. We think they're going to go for about $75, maybe $90. We're not sure yet. On the back, this isn't just a nice pattern. We call that our chaos grit, and put a lot of thought into that actually, because once you're done sharpening your tool, we're going to use knives today, but you can sharpen just about any damn thing you want. Notice the band-aid. Sorry about that. You can sharpen on any angle. So every angle of this is all tool. There's no handle. There is just what you want to hold, and it fits real nice in the palm, and then if you hold it this way, it fits real good, just super nice. And then if you hold it this way, I mean, it goes right up, kind of cradles. And don't get me wrong, every edge is an edge. So there's that. So this is the scraper, but again, you can sharpen a knife with it, you can sharpen a tool with it, but it is angled. I don't know if you can see that there. So it's a scraper, and we'll show that here in a second. And then up here towards the tip, it's super pokey. And then just this little area right here is sharp. Not razor sharp, not really like the sharpest thing you've ever seen, but it's for scraping and for cutting open letters and packages, and if you need to poke something like a box to get it opened or whatever. But you can also write on glass, you can write on metal. Tungsten doesn't really wear out very easily, but it is fragile. So if you drop this, it weighs a little bit. It's not super heavy. It's meant to go in the pocket. But if you sit on it or too hard, or you drop this on something really hard, it could shatter. It will probably chip. You cannot use it as a screwdriver. Even on like eyeglasses, the littlest bit, it's tungsten, it's super brittle. It's insanely hard and has a melting point of, what is that? Around 5,200 degrees Fahrenheit. So it can take a lot of heat. So if you want to use this with like a lathe, you should be able to. I don't recommend personally this absolute tip up here because, again, it is material and it can wear. But if you want to write on metal or glass, it's a good tool sharpener. It's a good scraper. I use it cleaning my house on a daily basis, and I work at a couple different companies, and I sharpen knives for them, and I use this now. I don't use all my complicated knife sharpening stuff because I can get a nice edge on just about anything, and then I can kind of hone it on the back of this. But you can also use it as a nail file. You can use it as a machine file. You can use it as a tool file or a nail, you know, like for steel nails, galvanized, whatever. Pretty much anything that's not diamond, you can etch or cut on. It's pretty precise. We think we got the measurements right, and it's again, it feels good to hold, and you can hold it either way. So not a knife. This is not a knife. This is a tool. So here's what we'll show you. With each one, you're going to get a little pouch, and we upcycle these from old denim. So these little pockets, which I still have to finish making. We're going to put some rivets and stuff on there, but you get a little pocket, and then you get a little, oh, got it in my pocket already. You get a little pen because it's just handy. So yeah, there's that. But you can do a lot of crafting, whittling. I had a metal lathe, and I was able to use this to do some finer details on something. So, I mean, that's handy. So here's what we got. We got these pre-dulled knives. This is just an old knife I had laying around. It doesn't really do anything, so we'll use the paper test because I don't have any fancy. So that is pre-dulled, and then you can use, again, any angle to just go through super quick, and you can use any side. And then if you want to get real fancy with it, you can go like this. As we said, every angle is for sharpening a tool or a knife or whatever you need. I don't know if you can see the little filings. So we're just going to go through. That thing was duller than butter. I dulled it with the tool and with a rock. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to cut nothing. So, okay, so we got a little burr going on. So I'm going to hit it one or two more times. Now while I'm doing this, you may go, why is it $75 when there's a lot cheaper tools? There are. But for me, I needed a tool that I could do something with. I sharpen knives a lot, and I can't take my fancy dancy sharpeners out to people's houses and stuff. So when my fiance or me are cooking and we go to a buddy's house, their kitchen knives are always dull. So I just hit them up real quick, and then I sharpen their knives for them. Again, I sharpen knives for a couple different companies here in town, and I use this now. I don't need much of anything else. You can actually see that's not wear. That's this knife going in those grooves. So we'll see. Let's take a look. So there we go. My technique is not the best, but you get the idea. So just destroy that. So anyways, so you can do that, and then we'll move on to, here's some glass. We use this as a tip jar, but, so take it, there we are, tip jar. You can scrape off. And it really helps. This is a little wavy, so not the perfect thing, but there we go. It helps you get stuff off. I keep pulling this out of camera. So there you go. And then what else we got? Got some old tape from where we had a tip sign. As you can see. And you come around and kind of use this. And if you hold it nice and flat, there we go. It won't scratch, but the neat thing is you can take, and I'm going to try to show this. Please forgive. Let's see if it's in focus. I don't know. But you can write. If you're artistic, I am not. You can etch right into the glass. So there's that. So okay. Maybe I'll get like my own like I don't know if I showed you, but little pen. You get a little pen, and you'll get a pouch when I figure out how to make them perfect for using. And then, yeah, so I'm thinking about selling these. And there it is. And I don't know, let me know what you think. Again, it's pure tungsten. Well, tungsten cobalt, but functional. It's the highest grade tungsten we could get our hands on. And also, since I work in an art gallery, I'm using some exhibit stuff. How cool is that turtle? Can we at least get a little acknowledgement for the neat turtle? That was from our children's show. So a kid made that, and it's super neat. It's a good turtle. Okay, guys, it's SPRTUNGSTEN, and I'll post when I start selling them, I'll post a link. But if you want to give me some feedback on what you think, and again, how cool is that? I really like the Chaos Grit. Is the pattern we came up with. And it works really great as a super fine file, but if you put some pressure on it, it'll really get down and just start filing. So there you go. Have a good day, guys.